He was nice. That's how Karina Keogh remembers 20-year-old Denny Stong. Near his profile picture on Facebook, Denny wrote, "I am a grocery store worker." A friend says he was a kind soul with a funny sense of humor and unique interests. Denny Stong was the youngest person murdered in the King Soopers grocery store yesterday. Neven Stanisic was the 23-year-old son of Serbian refugees, came to the United States in the 1990s. He was in the store yesterday to repair a Starbucks machine. He had just finished the job and was back in his car, sitting in the driver's seat, when he was shot dead. A friend thinks that Neven Stanisic might have been the first victim. Rikki Olds was a 35-year-old manager at King Soopers. Her uncle Bob Olds described the agony last night. Quote, "We had to wait and agonize over her fate for several hours. After calls to the police department and every local hospital and the coroner's office, we finally received a call back from the coroner's office." Ricky's aunt, Lori Olds, wrote on Facebook, "The Lord got a beautiful young angel yesterday at the hands of a deranged monster." Tralona Bartkowiak went to King Soopers to pick up a prescription. She was 49 years old. A friend said on social media, "She was the kindest and sweetest lady you ever did know." Her brother Michael said his sister was, quote, "just a beam of light." Teri Leiker worked at that grocery store for about 30 years, and on Facebook she said her job was her, quote, "favorite thing to do." Her friend, Lexi Knudsen, wrote, "Teri was the most selfless, innocent, amazing person I have ever had the honor of meeting. To think Teri was murdered while simply doing her job angers me. The fact that a man decided to take away so much from so many in a matter of seconds angers me. If you don't think we need any sort of gun reform, you're wrong. We can't go to movie theaters without fear. We can't go to school without fear. We can't go to music events without fear. Now add going to the grocery store to that list." Teri Leiker was 51 years old. Susanne Fountain was 59 years old and worked as a financial advisor at Boulder Community Health. She helped people deal with Medicare. The Colorado Sun says Susanne Fountain was an accomplished actor with credits in a number of regional theaters. The Denver Post theater critic found Susanne Fountain, quote, "utterly compelling" in the role of Laura in The Glass Menagerie. Randy Myler, Colorado playwright and director, paid Susanne the ultimate compliment for an actor. He said she was very, very talented and very smart. She was a pro, the real deal. She always had that combination, smart, talented, a person you could be locked in a rehearsal hall with for 30 days. Kevin Mahoney was 61 years old. Kevin's daughter, Erica Mahoney, said that he was, quote, "my hero." On Twitter, Erica said, "My dad represents all things love. I'm so thankful he could walk me down the aisle last summer. I am now pregnant. I know he wants me to be strong for his granddaughter." Lynn Murray was a former photo director for magazines including Cosmopolitan and Glamour. She moved to Boulder with her husband and 2 children in 2002. Her husband, John McKenzie, told the New York Times, "I just want her to be remembered as this amazing, amazing comet, spending 62 years flying across the sky." Jody Waters was 65 years old. Colorado Sun says she was the kind of person who everyone knew. A friend said she was just super engaging, dynamic, and beautiful. Eric Talley was 40 years old and working in information technology when he decided to join the Boulder police force 11 years ago. He was the first Boulder police officer to arrive at the scene of the shooting yesterday.
I feel numb. And it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking to talk to victims, their families. You know, it's tragic. This officer had 7 children, ages 5 to 18. I just had that officer's whole family in my office 2 weeks ago to give him an award. I can tell you that he's a very kind man, and he didn't have to go into policing. He had a profession before this, but he felt a higher calling. And he loved this community. And he's everything that policing deserves and needs. He cared about this community. He cared about Boulder Police Department. He cared about his family. And he was willing to die to protect others.
Today,